Good morning. It's Wednesday morning and 2 days before Christmas. So, what I would like to talk about today is something that is part of Advent, and it's the fourth week. Christmas is Friday, and leading us up to this has been 3 other weeks. We talked about hope and faith and peace and love. And today, this week, the Advent word and theme is joy, which is something that we may not always understand, but that is there within us whenever we want it. So, how do you get to joy? Well, a Christmas song really kind of explains a lot of that because Jesus came and his birth came to remind us that we all are Christed beings. We all have that possibility. We can all have joy available to us. So the song that I chose for my Wednesday prayer is "Joy to the World," which is pretty obvious. But the first line really says it all. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. That's a pretty powerful thought when you think about it, um, because we don't always recognize that. We understand it, but we don't always practice it or recognize it. And um, one of the lines in this is, "Let every heart prepare him room." And that's what I'm asking you to do today, is to prepare room for your Christed being, for that person that you are, when you're living from your Christ center. And another line, "And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing." Well, just think about this week. What did we see? Monday was the solstice, but it was also a time where there was a Christmas star. First time in centuries where the planet Jupiter and the planet Saturn were so close to each other. Astronomers called it kissing. They were almost kissing. And when you looked at it, and if you've seen pictures of it, you saw this beautiful star. Looked like the star that was described that the wise men followed, right? Well, that's really a symbol, and the star is a symbol, is that we try to follow our way home, our way home to our Christ at center, to really understand. And since God is omnipresent, we have this capability all the time. And we know that joy is around. As in the song says, repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. And that made me think about the word rejoice. Because the word rejoice to me means get it together, rejoy. Come on, let's remember where we are and where we came from. So I would like you to think about this right now. And let's just take a little bit of a walk through your life. I'll take one through mine, and I'm going to have you take one through yours. So let's close our eyes and breathe in and out 3 or 4 times, real deeply and quietly. Okay, I am asking you to just quietly sit there and think of those things that you can easily remember that brought you into the state of joy. Maybe it was watching a Christmas concert, seeing the face of a child on Christmas morning, looking at the beauty of the Christmas star or a sunset, or hearing beautiful music that moved you, or singing, doing a hobby you love, whether it's hiking, cooking, swimming. Maybe it's walking on the beach. I would like you to just take a couple of minutes and immerse yourself in joy from those moments. So let's just be quiet and think about those moments of joy that you can easily bring back. Okay, let's come back to the now moment. How did your trip feel? Your trip back to your joy? Mine felt pretty good. I sat on a rock overlooking a special place, a rock called Merry-Go-Round Rock in Sedona. I sat on a beach in Honolulu Bay, listening to slack string guitar. I was in my kitchen with my grandkids cooking. I was in my garden, toiling the soil and planting. I was walking on the beach. I was walking on the beach. I was doing a lot of different things. In just that few minutes, I was rejoicing. I was putting joy back into my life. I was remembering how easy it was to bring joy. And one of the things that we all need to remember is that the source of joy is always God. And those moments that I remember had a lot to do with when I felt centered, when I allowed myself to feel that Christed being. So I want you to remember that over the next few days, thinking about Christmas coming. And think about how he rules the world with truth and grace. That always brings me joy, because my mother told me that when she was a little girl and sang that song, she always thought about her friends, Ruth and Grace, and she thought the song was about them. So I always think about that. And this song brings me joy just about that. Those memories that you can feel all of that love. They're there because we remember our Christ being. So I want you to remember joy to the world. The Lord has come. Whenever we take the time to remember the joy and be aware of it and know that it can come into our lives at any moment we choose. So I would like you this week to say these affirmations that will help you. I focus on the joy from my Christ being. I focus on the joy from my Christ being. I focus on the joy from my Christ being. I move forth in joy. I move forth in joy. I move forth in joy. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. Joy to the world. The Lord has come. And I would like you to focus on your joy. Go forth in joy, knowing that we have this time of year to see the light, just in the soul, like in the solstice. That was the darkest point of the year. We've had a little bit of a rotten year in many ways, but there's still good that has come out of it. And let this be part of the good, that you can still reach your joy and you can still be the Christ being that you came here to be. So have a joyful Christmas and think about all of those things that brought you joy over your life and feel that feeling and look for it in your life over the next few days. Have a wonderful, wonderful, joyful Christmas.